my slick back wave bun tutorial. Hey guys, and welcome back to Akiva's Hair. So we're going to start off with washing my hair. Now my hair looks extremely dry and not moisturized, so we're going to add a bit of water first before we do anything else. I always like to rinse off my hair. As you can see, I suffer from extreme shrinkage, so my hair is literally just quadrupling in size because of the water. Step 1, shampoo, and I'm going to be using Mile Organics pomegranate shampoo. Now it has amazing lather. It does double up pretty fast with water, so you don't have to add too much, and I'm literally just massaging into my scalp because shampoos are designed to clean off dirt off the scalp. I won't be detangling with shampoo. This is purely just to clean off the scalp from all the dirt and the build up, and I will just be rinsing that off. I will interlude for this section. And we're back. Now it's time to condition our hair. I'm going to be using the Do's One Love. Now this is a co-wash slash conditioner slash deep conditioner. It holds a lot of weight. It's a very creamy conditioner in my opinion. Adds lots of slip. Like I said, it feels like a cream. So when my hair is wet, it looks like I'm just moisturizing it with a cream to style. The smell is appetizing. It smells very, very good. The Do is a specialist hair care brand. I am loving it. This is the first product I've ever tried, and I'm going to be parting in my middle of my head. I like to do one half of my head first and then the other half. So this is going to be a very intricate way of how I detangle my hair. It is very matted. You see, it looks quite curly, but yes, it is matted. The curls are matted together because of the style that I was doing before. So we're going to be using a scrunchie just to divide my hair into multiple different sections. I like to finger detangle first, but before I finger detangle, I like to prep. So we're going to be adding a bit of the mask all over as well. And then we're going to start off with these two sides. So since my hair is now divided, I'm going to be raking through with my fingers with enough conditioner, and if the slip and the water ratio isn't well, add a bit more water or add a bit of product more. But this product is amazing. It literally does exactly what it's intended to do, and you can see that my curls are literally just springing back to life just by raking with my fingers alone, and I don't need to do anything else. I don't even need a brush yet. I will be using a brush, but a brush later on. You kind of want to pull away from your head. My hair is very long, so when I'm going to be finger detangling, I do finger detangling downwards by raking in with my fingers and upward motion at the same time as well. So this is just one section of my head. I will be doing the exact same thing on the opposite side. If you do find it difficult to finger detangle with your hair, even though you've added lots of product or you've added a good amount of water, you probably want to have even more sections. This is a very tedious and a long process, but this is the best way that I detangle my hair, and it's the best way that avoids having too much manipulation. When you're using a brush, you could be pulling out lots of hair, even though it can be detangled well, but with my hair, I don't want to be pulling out lots of hair. And if you're tender-headed, this is probably the best method for you. So like I said, my hair has been divided into multiple sections with a scrunchie, so I'm just going back through each other area and finger detangling them separately, and then I'll add them all together and finger detangle as a whole. So this is literally just probably 50% off the side of my head. I still have the back and I still have the other side as well. The reason why I put so much emphasis on finger detangling is when I do a bun or any style, the wash day is extremely crucial. The wash day is to be very, very good. If your hair is not detangled well on wash day, when you're styling, you're making it extremely hard for yourself. So I'm going to rake all together on the opposite side as well. I'm literally just going to be repeating the exact same steps, and extremely tedious, like I said, but the results are going to pay off. Now it's time to use a brush, and I'm going to be using the Tangle Teaser Ultimate. Now this is the perfect brush that I use for using on wet hair. This is the perfect wash day brush. Now it tangles pretty easily through. Like I said, the work is going to be a lot easier since I've finger detangled, so it's just going to be going over any little fairy knots or any knots. This is called a Tangle Teaser Ultimate, and this is perfect for coily and curly hair. It's extremely designed for curly hair, so you're gonna get these results. Now this is what your hair looks like when it's fully detangled. This is my favorite part of wash day, and I'm going to be using a heated cap. This is by Team Texture. Now I'm going to set the temperature for 10, and I'm going to leave it on for about 30 minutes. And these are the end results. Tons of benefits about using a heat cap. You're not using a conditioner well if it's not used for at least 10 minutes. And when it's under a heat cap, it's going to be adding that extra boost of an effect. If you can see my hair now, now. It looks extremely moisturized and it looks extremely hydrated. And I will just interlude for this part here.
Too early for mistakes and then
You had to change up the game. Oh, the weather is not the same. Now there's only cloudy days. I can't stand the rain in July. There were fireworks exploding, but now it's getting colder. The leaves are turning colors. Why?
Now it's time for styling, and I'm going to be using Onikell's new gel. It is not public yet, but once it is, I will be putting it in the caption. It should be coming out soon. And it is one of those stronghold gels, and I am absolutely shocked at the results, literally by having the perfect water ratio with my head. I preferably like to do my hair whilst I'm in the shower or whilst my hair is partially wet, because it's just going to be easier to detangle. I'm going to have less knots. So as you can see, my hair isn't damp, but it's partially wet, and I apply a bit of the gel into it. Now this is a great ratio, because if it was damp, you would see some of the gel literally just seeping out, or it look like it's a bit too much, or it look watered down. This is a very good ratio. Now my curls look amazing like this already, but this is not my preferred style, but you already know what we're going to get into. We're going to be using a brush. Now this is Burberry's Mermaid brush. Now what I used to use was the Tangle Teezer to style as well, and I would use a Denman brush, but because I have this acts as both, so I don't need to use anything else. And as you can see, it's literally just defining even more with the brush alone. The brush is literally amazing. So if you are looking to purchase some Burberry hair, I have a discount code for you. You can use Akiva's hair, and I'll put the link in the bio below. This is no edits. I can't even make this up. This brush is amazing. Probably one of my favorite tools this year for sure. But yes, let me talk you through how I actually do the style. So I'm brushing my hair down, and then I make sure that it's loose enough so where I can brush it to the back, and I am brushing it in separate different halves. And then what I will now do is I'm going to be brushing it backwards all together. It has enough grip. You can use whatever brush you want, but this is probably one of my favorite brushes for this, for my hair type, of course. Looks can be deceiving. My hair is still extremely curly and on the coily side as well, and this brush works amazing for that. So as you can see, I'm brushing it backwards into a low bun. I want to eliminate any of the knots. What creates this wave effect is having the curls matted together into one single line of motion. That's what makes it give off this effect. And I will be leaving out a little bit of the back of my hair, which is the nape. If you ever feel like your bun is very tight, especially from the back of your head, leave out some of the nape. I've been on my side growth journey for about a year, so my hair is extremely quite long at the moment, but the nape is still a little bit short in my opinion. So I will be leaving it out. I won't need to put it all into the bun because it's going to feel quite tight, and you really do not want to have traction alopecia. So we want to be avoiding any of that. So we want healthy buns at least. So with the extra hair, I'm just going to put it into a mini band, and we're going to get back to that later. Now I'm going to add a little bit of gel into the bun, just into the end of the bun, and I'm going to be using the exact same brush simultaneously just to brush upwards so that I can just position it into the perfect shape. Then I'm going to brush it downwards just to make it sure that it looks extremely neat. Now I'm going to be using a hairband just to put it into place. For the style that I like to do, I'm going to be using multiple different types of hairband. I did run out, so I didn't have loads of also curly satin hairbands. So now, as it's in this perfect place, the bun already looks really good. Now I can just leave it like this and just individually finger coil the ends, and that will be a separate style. And this is how long my hair is, just putting it like this and adding a bit of oil. This is Camille Rose Cocoa Nibs Growth Serum, and this is one of my favorite oils, and I'm just going to be brushing it down using Denman's Military Club Brush Beechwood. It's a mouthful, so I'm going to put the name up on the side, and we're pretty much done. I'm going to be brushing down my front taper, and then I'll just be putting a durag down on my hair just to lay it down. Or you can use a satin scarf or a silk scarf, but I like to do my durag a certain type of way because this is the best way for me to sleep with it. I'm going to be putting the flaps over, then I'm going to be using the tails of the durag, and then on top I put a bonnet on, and I will be leaving this on for about 20 minutes. And now this is the final results. This is probably one of my best buns I've ever done. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe.